In 1998, Tulane football went undefeated.
So what, they played no one good? This was still a monumental accomplishment for a team that had been irrelevant at best ever since leaving the SEC in 1966. It truly was a magical season to witness.
Or so I've heard. I wasn't actually alive when that happened.
Of course, due to the sudden success, Tulane's head coach at the time was immediately hired to the Power 5 before the team's bowl game for good measure. And Tulane followed this by botching their ensuing replacement hire and falling right back down to irrelevance in 1999 with a 3-win season, returning to the realm they already knew so well for another 23 years. Well, that sucks. Tulane had a rare chance to build upon an incredible year and rehabilitate their program's long-forgotten glory, but instead all 1998 ended up being was a Cinderella story, purpose-built for fans like us to recite "At least we'll always have 1998." Wait, why is this relevant again?
Further review, the ball did not touch the ground. It's a completed pass.
Well, looks like we've got a second chance on our hands. 24 years after 1998's one-hit wonder, Tulane had once again caught lightning in an otherwise deathly empty bottle, overturning a hurricane-aided 2-10 prior season by going 12-2, winning the American Conference for the first time ever, and then upsetting USC in an all-timer comeback in the Cotton Bowl. Last year landed Tulane football something they hadn't had in decades: respect. But respect is an inexhaustible resource. What's at stake? Continued success. Tulane once again has a chance to prove that this time it wasn't a Cinderella story, but the first glimpse into a sustainable future. And luckily, this time around, Willie Fritz, Tulane's head coach, the man who built them up from nothing, is still here, and he plans to be here for a while too. That's foreshadowing for later. Rarely do Group of 5 teams ever get another shot like this. Expectations couldn't be higher. Do you think your team can handle it, Willie? I'm glad you do. Luckily, Game 1 of 2023 was a beautiful reward for the fans after that long offseason. Returning star quarterback Michael Pratt and a returning cast of talented receivers sends Tulane speeding off to a massive early lead against a South Alabama team whose social media squatted some fighting words before this game. Fortunately, we're showing them who's boss. It's gorgeous to witness. This team hasn't skipped a beat since the offseason. Even when South Alabama starts giving Tulane a scare with a comeback attempt, Tulane does what they always do and finds a way.
Looking to throw. He's got Jackson deep. Got him!
Oh yeah, dude, we're so back, and with a vengeance too. The first game in their repeat attempt is going fantastic, and Tulane can just coast to a victory and start looking toward the next game, an unprecedented home game against former SEC rival Ole Miss. All we gotta do is make sure we finish out this game unscathed. Pratt? Why aren't you sliding?
So how about this? Look who's still in there at quarterback, Michael Pratt for Tulane. All eyes still on Michael Pratt.
Oh no.
The other thing right now that Tulane's got to figure out is what is the health of my starting quarterback moving into next week against Ole Miss.
Okay. Pratt being a last-minute scratch from this game is a giant blow, but the rest of the team is still here, and our backup quarterback is Kai Horton, who, if you forget, led Tulane on a game-tying and game-winning drive in Houston last year. This team has always been more than just Pratt. Willie Fritz's building up of this program over the past 7 seasons has made sure of that, and this game carries a lot on its shoulders for this team's aspirations this season. Because although it ultimately means nothing in Tulane's battle to go back-to-back as conference champions, it means everything in Tulane's continued battle for respect. You want the opportunity to prove that nothing has changed, that Tulane isn't going away so soon this time around, that Tulane is a program here to stay. There will be no better opportunity than this.
Secondary of Tulane early. Dart again. On target, broken tackle. Harris Miss with his 5th touchdown in just over 1 game.
Well, that's not ideal. Tulane's offense will be starting in a 7-point hole, which quickly melts into a 3rd and 9 hole as well. Come on, we can't fall behind this quick this early. Not on Kai's
Allow
watch.
me to reintroduce myself. My name is
Kai Horton.
Over there, let's go. Breaking free past midfield is Keys inside the 30. They're able to get to him inside the 20. Then that's a huge play and a big confidence builder for Kai Horton.
Time to run some Wildcat to punch it in. KYUSS, one of the freshman running back candidates for the starting job in Ty J's absence. A great answer to start the game, and now it's time for Tulane's defense to reintroduce themselves to the SEC.
With pressure in his face. And he's sacked back at the 48-yard line.
Both defenses lock in after that, and after playing the field position game for a few drives, Tulane takes the lead with a field goal and forces a couple more punts from Ole Miss too. But you know you're not going to be able to hold off the Rebels forever. You're going to have to put more points on the board. Enough of all these short runs and screen passes. The Yeoman Stadium crowd is just aching to explode. Shoot your shot.
And the pass is caught for a touchdown by Jaquan Jackson. He had 2 guys wide open downfield. He could have thrown to
Tulane is now up by 10 points with their backup QB against a ranked SEC opponent. Ole Miss is finally able to work their way down the field for the first time since their first drive though, but the defense holds for a field goal and Tulane leads by 7 at the half. Halfway there to a massive resume builder. Just gotta keep doing what you're doing. Get some more points.
Gets rid of it quickly to his tight end Bauman. First time we really called his name, and he's not going to get the first down.
Well, that's tough. You still stop them on the next drive, though. Now get some points on this one. Nope. Turnover on downs. And 2 massive pass plays in a row has allowed Ole Miss to tie this game up. Come on, Tulane. You've lost all momentum, but this is your house. Take it back. Another nope. Ole Miss seems to have figured out something on defense with their constant blitzes. And Ole Miss's offense picks it up right where they left off with...
Intercepted by Lance Robinson. Tulane football near midfield.
There you go, Tulane. That was the massive turn of the tide you were looking for. Take this momentum and take back the lead. Kai finally has time in the pocket and a complete miscommunication between him and Lawrence Keys, gift wrapping the ball right back to Ole Miss, who goes downfield and takes the lead, although Tulane's defense once again keeps them in the game with a massive sack near the goal line. Come on, Tulane, you haven't scored a touchdown since the 2nd quarter, but you're only losing by 3 to an SEC team 12 minutes left in your stadium. You want to prove you're still here to the college football world, that the Cotton Bowl win wasn't a fluke but the dawn of a new era? It's time to drive. It doesn't matter how Tulane did it, it's that they finally did. First down after first down. We are moving down the field super fast, but right now we have the luxury of time on our side. As long as you score here, you can live with all the rest, which leads the Green Wave to a 4th and 2. They could try a field goal here, or they could try to take the lead. I wonder which choice Willie Fritz will take.
Horton rolling out. Gonna take off and run, and he's got a first down at the 28.
Wow, what a play by Kai Horton. Tulane keeps the drive alive, inching ever closer down the field and whittling down Ole Miss's defense bit by bit. It's been a struggle, but now they're here. Now's their chance. Now's the time to... What?
Boss, they're reviewing the play.
Oh, god damn it. Really? Man, he was so close, too. Well, that's just great. A 5-minute drive and almost counting adds up to nothing. And Ole Miss follows that up with an immediate massive play and a touchdown. A now 2-score lead. But remember what I said at the end of last year's video? Much like New Orleans itself, Tulane's identity is one of resilience. They may be down, but they're never out. Last season was proof of that.
Got an open receiver, Jackson on the run. Inside the 15, inside the 10, and down to the 8-yard line.
Okay, let's punch this in and see what happens.
Third down, back shoulder throw. Keys could not come up with the catch. It was there.
Well, if that's not a microcosm of how this entire game has gone, huh? It's still a one-possession game now after the field goal, but even though Tulane stops Ole Miss from getting a first down, the failed onside kick put Ole Miss in a position for an absolute monster field goal, putting this game out of reach. Man, this one hurts. Tulane had so many chances this game, but they just seemed slightly out of sorts the entire second half, and Ole Miss finally took advantage. One can only wonder how this game could have gone with a healthy Michael Pratt, but that's not real life. I mean, at least we kept it somewhat close though, huh?
It's drilled, ball pops out. It was knocked away. It's a live ball. It's picked up by Jared Ivey. Inside the 10. Big man run. Touchdown. Exclamation point. Ole Miss.
What once had the potential of hell was halfway to a program-defining win has now become, to anyone who didn't watch this game, a stereotypical SEC versus Group of 5 bloodbath. It doesn't matter how we got to this point. The mainstream college football world doesn't care about such inconvenient context. Much like from 1998 to 1999, looks like it's time for Tulane to fade back into irrelevance. Looks like it's time to convince the world that times have changed. In previous seasons, 2022 notwithstanding, a loss like this would shatter the wave for weeks, if not the entire season. You want to prove this is indeed a new era? Well then prove to us that this game has changed nothing. All of Tulane's football goals still remain well within reach. Prove the 1-0 mindset is for real, steamroll through the rest of this schedule, and prove to the world this program is not a one and done. It's time to run it back. It's time to rewrite the narrative. So, how did they do? It's a funny story. Beginning our quest to prove we're still here, it's time for some revenge too. It's time for a rematch of the battle for the bell. Remember last year's video? Remember that Tulane went 12-2? Remember that this team was one of the two? Tulane remembers, and they don't appreciate that being held over their head by so-called subpar competition. Speaking of proof, let's prove that game was a fluke too. And you get the ball to start the game. Pratt's still out, but who cares? Make a statement.
Throws Keys wide open again. First down and more. Inside the...
Yeah, that's more like it. And you let them go right down the field the very next drive to answer. Okay, that's fine. You still stop them on 4th down in no man's land. And they're going for it? Well, they're lost. There's no way our rock-solid front is going to let them through.
He's going to throw.
Oh, god damn it.
Had a man wide open and missed him. That would have been a touchdown on 4th and 2.
After that absolute gift, Tulane responds by going 3 and out. And then both offenses go the entire rest of the half failing to move the ball. Well, we've got halftime to talk things over. Still up 7-0. Let's make things nice and easy. How about a screen pass to Jaquan?
Finds Jackson, following blockers, breaking tackles, slippery, still going, inside the 10, into the end zone. Touchdown.
Yep, that's just what he does. Couple that with holding Southern Miss to a field goal in the next drive, and then another touchdown, and Tulane's won back the bell, baby! Back in its rightful place, let's go! Back-to-back years that the Southern Miss game was unbelievably ugly, but this time we won it. Back in the win column and back to windsurfing. Oh yeah, Willie Fritz does this after every other win, by the way. Anyway, time to begin conference play. Oh wait, I forgot, we have to beat Nicholls first. Sorry for what's about to happen to you, Nicholls. This is the only play you need to see from this game.
Pretty bad snap. He's going to pick it up, maybe still try and get something away. He gets a squibber that is fielded at the 25, down to the 10, into the end zone for a touchdown for the Tulane Green Wave.
Okay, I'll talk a little more about it, I guess. Michael Pratt is back and picking up right where he left off, admittedly against much worse competition than what Kai had to deal with the last 2 weeks, but still, plenty of chart-topping home run balls. The defense gets 4 turnovers. Michael Pratt breaks the Tulane touchdown record. A good day in Uptown makes for another windsurf. Next! Okay, now it's time to begin conference play, and the true test to run it back begins right here. All the games before, they were tune-ups. We could have lost all 4 and still been in the running for the AAC Championship game. Luckily though, Tulane is 3-1. Pratt's now got a game after the injury under his belt. The defense is playing lights out. And we're playing a UAB team led by new head coach Trent Dilfer, who's floundering after their non-conference play netted them a measly 1-3. But they've got a clean slate just like Tulane.
Try the reverse. Buckhalter tries to get to the edge, and he will.
Well, they move right down the field to start. Not great, but Tulane sacks them in the red zone. Field goal. After exchanging punts, Tulane finds themselves in no man's land and goes for it.
Wide open is Jackson. That's an easy pitch and
Jaquan again with yards after the catch. And follow that up with a sweep to recent Texas A&M transfer Yolkeith Brown, who says goodbye to them on the way. But UAB goes right down the field on the next drive and scores themselves. Looks like it's going to be one of those kind of games, huh? Well, we know Tulane's offense is up to the task, right guys? See, there we go, a huge play ourselves. That's called back on a penalty. Okay, it's fine. We've proven we can move the ball easily against this team, though. Don't lose confidence.
The ball pops out, and it came out quickly. UAB thinks they have it. Jacobs to the edge, and Jacobs dives for it. He's got a clean pocket, and the crosser, you mentioned Keys.
Oh my god, what kind of a play call was that? How about throwing it to the sticks? We have the tools to get vertical, use them! And UAB gets a field goal. 20-7, 5 minutes left in the first half. I dare say that this could not have started much worse, but there's tons of time left and we get the ball to start the second. Go 2 for 1 and it's like none of this ever happened. Luckily, Tulane's offense agrees with me and moves right down. Oh my god, Pratt, can you stop taking these hits? And moves right down the field. Touchdown. Halftime. Return from halftime. Reverse to Jaquan.
A crafty play, and Jackson along the right side.
He just cannot be stopped in space. Handoff to KYUSS, another touchdown. I've lost over 20 minutes of halftime worrying, but just like that, Tulane's got the lead. And now some insurance for good measure. One more stop and we should be sitting pretty. Or you can allow UAB to move right down the field once more. Well, great. Touchdown.
The ball came out, recovered by the Green Wave.
Holy shit, are you kidding me? UAB, how do you make that mistake? Of course, Tulane does nothing with this blessing and punts, which is what I would have said if UAB didn't have 12 men on the field. Let us cut to Trent Dilfer's calm and level-headed reaction to this penalty. If he only knew then that this drive would end in a missed field goal, so all that penalty cost UAB was time. They once again move right down the field, but Tulane's defense gets the stop they need. Field goal, which means it's the job of the Tulane offense to end this game here and now. You cannot afford to give the ball back to UAB without scoring, which finds ourselves here. 4th and 9. UAB 32-yard line. Too far for a field goal, too close for a punt, too much time left on the clock. And after all the sweeps, all the short passes, all the runs up the middle all game long, where if you miss, UAB gets the ball in great field position with a chance to win outright, well, Willie Fritz chooses now to let it fly.
And throw one long, going for the end zone.
Welcome to Tulane football, college football's bizarro world. All that for one conference win. Another step towards running it back. Don't worry, it's only gonna get more ridiculous from here. After a week off, here's Tulane's scariest matchup remaining on paper this regular season. Memphis is always one of the upper echelon teams in the AAC, and after Tulane scored 35 straight points against them to open last season's game, the Tigers at 4-1 with their only loss to future Cotton Bowl champion Mizzou is eager to prove that they're the ones to be feared atop the AAC. at Memphis, primetime Friday slot on ESPN. If Tulane wins this, they get easily their best win of the year so far. They remain steadfast in their quest to prove the doubters wrong and get a bonus of being all but assured to return to the top 25. So, let's start off things well, please. Nice start, and now let's feed it to the now starting Makai Hughes. Tulane is on the board first after some punt trades. Michael Pratt keeps it to put us in the field goal range and takes another rough hit in the process. God damn, this guy just refuses to slide, huh? Anyway, we're in the red zone now. Let's punch it in. Or not. Field goal. Still, Tulane is in full control of this game right now. Oh wait, an immediate massive pass play puts Memphis in Tulane territory for the first time all day, and they take advantage. Touchdown. And then Tulane gets another chance in the red zone and turns it over on downs. Well, now it looks like it's Memphis who has a chance to go 2 for 1. Third down in no man's land. Oh, come on, make a tackle. It's okay. Another third down again, even longer this time. Well, so much for being in full control of this game. Memphis now leads and immediately gets the ball back in the second half too. Hopefully Tulane made the necessary adjustments at halftime and can stop their momentum. Never mind. They move right down the field and scored their third straight unanswered touchdown. 21-10 now, and Tulane suddenly floundering in a massive hole that seems destined to only grow deeper if they don't respond on this drive. And they do find themselves in Memphis territory on 3rd and 8. Time for Pratt to do what he always finds a way to... Oh, wait, you handed it off?
It's Hughes churning. His feet don't stop.
Wow, you're lucky Makai Hughes is making a name for himself today, because what kind of a play call was that? Okay, well now we pass it. First down. Give it to Hughes again, another first down. Tulane finds themselves again in the red zone, and this time they find a way to put it in. Touchdown, although they didn't make it any easier for themselves with a 15-yard penalty, forcing them to make another big play before that. But now it's time for the defense to step up, and they do, finally getting the Seth Hennigan on back-to-back plays to force a punt. The momentum is hanging right in the air right now. It's time for Tulane to grab it back.
Takes a shot, but Brazel makes the catch.
A huge play, but after a massive sack, Tulane finds themselves at 3rd and 12. Yeah, we all know you're not handing it off here. Time for your big play guys to make big plays.
He's got a first down.
Nice. As a reward for Yul Keith, he gets to run the ball the very next play too. Touchdown. And just like that, Tulane has scored 14 unanswered and is back in front. There's still tons of time left in this game though. Memphis has the ball down by 3 and moves it down the field with a... Oh my god, are you serious? What the hell is that wide receiver doing? That was the most nonchalant dropped pass I've ever seen in my life. Well, Tulane had already taken back the momentum, but that was the final nail in the coffin for Memphis. Oh wait, that was the final nail in the coffin for Memphis. My bad. Tulane answered Memphis' 21 straight points with 21 straight points of their own. Tulane's defense clutched up a massive away win under the lights for the Green Wave. Yet another win serve, one step closer to running it back. Man, these past couple games have felt like we're out here walking on, man, it's on the tip of my tongue. But as long as you don't fall, your goals to run it back still sit tantalizingly in front of you. Run it back status update. Tulane is 5-1 and 2-0 in conference. Respect update. Tulane's ranked once more at number 23, the second highest Group of 5 team behind an undefeated Air Force. Just gotta keep going 1-0, but this game cannot be as sloppy. Despite North Texas's high-flying offense thus far, you're favored by 20.5 for a reason. Now that we're halfway through the year, it's time to kick it into high gear. No more tightrope walking. North Texas 4th and 2 early. That's what I'm talking about. Now get on the board early too.
Here goes Hughes, scampering on his first touch of the day. Inside the 25
You couldn't have asked for a better start to this game, and after forcing another punt and Jaquan again doing what he does, we're in the red zone again. Let's punch it in.
He'll get into the end zone, but the ball squirts loose.
Oh, come the hell on. This better not come back to bite us. It's okay, though. After North Texas fails again on 4th down, Tulane's back to knocking on the door of the red zone on their own 4th down.
Run for it, and he's hauled down.
Man, another red zone disaster? Come on, guys. You can't rest on your laurels this game. North Texas's offense is bound to show up at some point.
Ball is out, and Tulane's got it.
Well, not yet at least. Can we please make the most of this opportunity?
With Hughes inside the 5, touchdown.
Thank you. And after yet another turnover on downs by North Texas, Michael Pratt goes long and throws an interception. A brilliant arm punt. But North Texas's offense continues to sputter, and with time running down at the half, Tulane's offense wakes up for real and scores a touchdown in only 41 seconds of game time.
Into the end zone, touchdown.
21-0 with the ball to start the second half. And it could have even been more lopsided than that too. Let's clean up our mistakes and we can coast to the finish line. Or we can go 3 and out to start the half and then allow North Texas's offense to finally wake up. Big play after big play into the end zone. It's okay though, as long as we play touchdown ping pong, we'll be absolutely fine. Tulane touchdown. North Texas touchdown. Tulane.
Try the onside kick. They've got a shot at it, and they will get it.
Wow. What an unbelievable momentum swing. North Texas capitalizes on their finally humming offense and a quickly tiring out Tulane defense by going right down the field once again and scoring. Even when Tulane thought they recovered a fumble to stop the bleeding, review says no. All of a sudden, the Mean Green are only down by 1 score. But it's fine, as long as Tulane scores themselves, there's nothing to worry about. Or Michael Pratt could miss a wide-open Chris Brazel and fail to run for the first down. Yep, that's what happens when you get punched in the gut. Tulane punts the ball right back to North Texas without even getting 1 first down. And North Texas does what they've done all half. Grind Tulane's defense down into dust.
Touchdown, North Texas.
All of a sudden, it's a tie game. Tulane has blown a 21-point lead just like that. Boy, do all those missed opportunities in the first half loom large now, huh? But no, this team doesn't dwell in the past. So you went 0-1 a couple drives in succession there, but that's ancient history. You cannot afford to give the ball back to North Texas without taking the lead back first. And if you must, at least get some first downs here to finally give your defense a bit of a rest.
Hughes trying to get that first down, and he does.
See, there's one. Finally, another 3rd down.
Hughes. Good churn of the legs again.
All right, now they go long.
Deep across the middle, and it's caught at the 31-yard line.
Lawrence Keys. They're making their way downfield and find themselves staring at yet another 3rd down.
They'll try it on the ground with Hughes. He finds a seam, and he's got it inside.
Makai Hughes again. Not only is Tulane deep in field goal range now, but they're burning off plenty of clock too. But even with a field goal here, with how well North Texas's offense has been doing as of late, anything less than a touchdown here is absolutely terrifying. First down melts into a 3rd and long. You've got to find a way.
12. Looking that way. Now Pratt's going to take it himself left side, running to the 10. Slip the tackle to the 5. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Tulane!
Great players make great plays. Tulane is back in the lead, and now it's the defense's turn to make sure it stays that way. North Texas has scored a touchdown on every drive this half. Tulane's defense has been on their heels, but they finally got a breather. Now they've got to dig those heels in. 4th down. Stop them from gaining 1 yard, and you win.
It's picked up, and the pass is broken up by DJ Douglas.
Holy shit, what a close fucking call. North Texas hit Tulane with an insane right hook in that half, catalyzed by that surprise onside kick. But Tulane proves once again that they are able to find ways to win. And not only that, but win on their own terms. 1 step closer to running it back. Well, that game certainly wasn't any less stressful. Looks like our tightrope walk only continues. It isn't any help that we're facing yet another AAC team with an explosive offense. Remember JT Daniels? Well, he's Rice's quarterback now, but Tulane's got getting back on track on their mind. Time to get off to a good start and stay
They start
there.
on the ground, and it's a big pop. And the green wave into Owls territory. Pratt floats it. End zone. Browns got it. Touchdown. Green wave.
Holy shit, how did he stay upright right there?
Here we go. Pratt on the quarterback sneak. Gets some help from his friends. A little toe. Pratt looking for his tight end. Bauman's got it. Touchdown.
After the first half, much like last game, Tulane's got a massive lead, 27-7. Ignoring Rice's one touchdown drive, they've only got 2 other first downs so far. An absolutely dominant affair. But we know what happened last game. A good defensive start in the second half should give the whole Tulane team confidence to finish this out without, is anyone gonna tackle that guy?
Breaks a tackle. Stepping through the green wave. Inside.
Well, great. Touchdown. But as long as we don't make a massive mistake like we did allowing that onside kick, we should still be good.
And this could go for 6. Gabriel Taylor cuts it back inside the 20.
Rice punches it in. Just like last week, a 3-score lead has, in the blink of an eye, dissolved into just 1. I would say that all you need is a field goal to get back to a 2-score lead, but Pratt was instantly sacked and Tulane goes 3 and out. Punt. Luckily though, unlike last week, Tulane forces a 3-and-out of their own in response. Punt. Take 2. Let's at least get into field goal range.
Hughes with a head of steam, and Hughes is out past the
They do. 2-score lead now for the Wave with 10 minutes left. One more stop and we should be good.
Open man.
Holy shit, are we really gonna keep doing this? This lead has gone from 2 scores to 2 points. And this time a field goal doesn't make you feel any better. Once again, a Tulane opponent has had their offense wake up and has punched the Wave in the mouth. But Tulane, you have the ball back. 8 minutes left. Don't let them get a chance to take the lead.
Pratt throws complete. Brazel's got it. First down, Tulane. Pratt throws the screen. Brown's got it. And he made it. Pratt throws middle complete. It's his big tight end, Bauman.
Well, 7 minutes of clock burning later. Tulane could kick a field goal here to at least force Rice to score a touchdown to win. Or they could trust their offense to be able to get 1 yard. I wonder which option Willie Fritz will
Pratt
take.
takes it himself straight ahead, lowers the shoulder. He's got it.
Fritz is fired up. Tulane then kneels it 3 times, realizes they don't have enough time to actually finish the game. Pratt heaves the ball as high as possible and gives Rice 4 seconds for a miracle, which they do not get. Another war of attrition that Tulane is able to just sneak out of with a win. The tightrope walk continues to continue, but despite that, they remain undefeated in conference, and with the first round of college football playoff rankings coming out, Tulane is now the highest ranked group of 5 team, although James Madison had plenty to complain about.
At the time.
One step closer to running it back. Now can we please stop blowing first half leads now? Oh, I know we can stop blowing first half leads by never even having one. Tulane goes into ECU, easily the worst conference opponent they will face this year, 1-7 with their only win against Gardner-Webb, and plays the ugliest game of football I've seen from the Green Wave since 2021. It probably would be best if we all just forgot about this game. But where's the fun in that? The may I remind you, 1-7 ECU Pirates charged right down the field in a 13-play odyssey to open the game, although Tulane stops them in the red zone and forces a short field goal. Tulane then hands it off on 3rd and long again, and Tulane can't bail themselves out of that play call. Punt. And yet another wide open receiver in space. Oh my god. Are we really about to be losing by 2 scores to ECU? This can't be where our season crashes and burns. Well, a great kick return from Shedro Lewis at least has Tulane in business early on our next drive. We then turn it over on downs? Oh god. Luckily, Tulane's defense stops ECU from taking this game completely out of hand. punt. Alright, let's just all take a deep breath here. We're Tulane, goddammit. We're supposed to be cool, calm, and collected under pressure. Let's just relax and play our game.
Wide open. It's caught.
Our game this time around was a 14-play, 8.5-minute, 92-yard-long excursion down the field, slowly and somewhat methodically getting first down after first down, with a fourth down conversion sprinkled in there too for good measure. Touchdown. We're on the board, baby, and we immediately force a sack and a 3-and-out on the next drive for good measure. And then off another Pratt to Jaquan connection, Tulane's threatening to take the lead before halftime. After how poorly they started this game, damn if that wouldn't feel nice. 8 seconds left, 3rd and goal. Just a quick shot to the end zone, and if it doesn't work, you can live with the tie. Pratt, are you gonna throw the ball?
Left. 2 seconds left. Pratt throws. It's dropped, and there's zeros on the clock.
Oh my god, what a fucking blunder! I mean, you gotta catch that, but ignoring that, you also gotta make sure you have a chance to kick a field goal after having an opportunity to get great momentum heading into half. We're heading into half still losing? Fortunately, no. It turns out that after review, there was 1 second left on the clock, which we used to tie the game up, but what a self-inflicted gut punch that was. You can't feel good about pretty much anything heading into that locker room. Luckily, we do get the ball to start the second half, in which we move right down the field, again in the red zone, and again we can't punch it in! Damn, it's not for lack of trying for keys though. Still, at least we take the lead here with a field goal. God, why do I open my big goddamn mouth? But it seems like Tulane's defense for their part has transmogrified into a brick wall and continues to not give ECU's offense anything to work with. Punt. And once again, a long drive in both plays and time by Tulane's offense. And once again, getting into the red zone. And once again, we can't punch it in. Are we serious out here? Come on, guys. We've got to figure out this red zone issue at some point, or we're going to pay for it dearly. Wow, I need to take a breath. Still, the much closer field goal is good. Tulane has taken the lead. 13-10. And after trading 3-and-outs, ECU is on their own 40-yard line and quickly crosses into Tulane territory with less than 9 minutes to go. There is no breathing room to be found. And on back-to-back 3rd and 4th downs, Tulane's defense holds firm and hands the ball back to the offense, who needs a 3rd down to keep the ball in their hands. A huge conversion as Pratt continues to take a beating, this time self-inflicted as he slams his own hand into his teammate's helmet. Another 3rd down conversion attempt. 1st down again. Clock continues rolling. 3rd down and 2 is short. Go for it on 4th to seal away this disgusting victory. With the tush push for good measure. Something something resilience, something something figure it out, something something tightrope. Despite everything, Tulane is 8-1. Still undefeated in conference. Still having every goal within arm's reach. Still windsurfing. One shaky step closer to running it back. Let's never speak of this game again. Okay, I lied. One more thing real quick. Let's hear what Willie Fritz himself had to say after last game.
I'm going to quit worrying about playing a complete game. Just be happy when we win.
Anyway, Tulane returns home after a confusing road trip to face Tulsa. It's once again time to settle in. How about an interception followed immediately by a 12-play drive? Wow, a touchdown in the red zone? Oh, and now another touchdown? Hell yeah, it's like the ECU game never happened. The offense is back and doing their thing. Sure, the walk-on backup QB for Tulsa just led them downfield for a touchdown, and Tulane punts it back, and then Tulsa kicks a field goal, and then Tulane punts it back again. Okay, good. The defense forced a 3-and-out. Just a small hiccup. We continue forward.
And I think that was picked off. It was on a rope, and Colkin comes up with it.
Oh man, excluding the ECU game, why is it that we start every game white hot and then completely shut down? At least it's halftime now though, and we get the ball to start the second half.
Waiting for the convoy, there it is, and there it goes! Lewis on
God damn it, that's what I'm talking about. What a return from Shedro Lewis. Boy, did we ever need that shit. After a Tulsa punt, then a Tulane punt, then a huge play from Tulsa leading to a field goal, then another Tulane punt. Offense, this isn't funny anymore. Are you guys okay? Oh yeah, I forgot. Jaquan Jackson was out this game, and Lawrence Keys suffered an injury this game, and Yul Keith Brown also didn't play. Pratt's lack of repertoire with the rest of his receivers was on full display today. But despite all that, less than 5 minutes left in the game. We lead by 8 after a field goal, and Tulsa is up against a
Chester makes a move, and there he goes.
Oh, shit.
Chester.
Tulane's defensive dam finally burst. After a couple more valiant efforts, Tulsa finally breaks through.
Caught for the touchdown.
Okay, but if you stop them on the 2-point conversion, you will still have a
Rolling
lead.
to the right, Braxton looking to throw to the back corner. It is incomplete.
Man, well, what else is new but the job being for Tulane to end the game with the ball in their hands.
YAKUI slipping free, down the left side, breaking away to the 50, to the 40, in the open field, and he slides down at the 31.
There you go.
Once again, another absolutely razor-thin margin of a now 8th straight win. We're not just tightrope walkers anymore, we are full-on escape artists. But who cares? It's one step closer to running it back all the same. But that's enough out of me. What does Jarius Monroe have to say about this?
We'll stop scaring the fans one day, but, you know...
Man, I freaking love this team, dude. Alright, so it's week 12 out of 13 now, which means the regular season is winding down. Only 2 games remain before the AAC Championship game. So with that, why not take a look at the American Conference standings? Wait, there's 3 undefeated teams in conference? Well, we know that won't last because we play the also undefeated UTSA next week, but that means this game against FAU is also a must-win if Tulane wants to stay in the running for back-to-back AAC championships. So, with that being said, in this game,
That is a touchdown catch.
we finally have
Here, that's touchdown pass number 2.
a stress-free affair. Ah, boy, does that feel nice. A complete game. One step closer to running it back. Monroe was indeed right. They did stop scaring us for this 1 week. But unfortunately, neither UTSA nor SMU lost in their games either, which makes the final week of the regular season win or go home. The shit's finally hitting the fan. Let's reset the situation. There's no way SMU loses to Navy, so whoever wins here will play SMU in the 2023 AAC Conference Championship. In Tulane's case, they would host. It's just like the Cincy game last year. But remember how last year went? We were pretty good all year until the Cincy game, where we finally put it together and never looked back. This year, despite everything, Tulane in their quest to run it back actually comes into this game with a better record than they had last year, 10-1. And now against Frank Harris, the 7th-year senior, what the hell? Leading UTSA, it's time to finally see if that momentum can translate once more.
Going to a tempo and it's intercepted. Picked off and taken.
God damn, what a huge start to the game. That's the first turnover we've forced this deep in opponent's territory since the Nicholls game. Let's punch it in.
The catch, touchdown.
Massive early touchdown, and then they force another interception too? Just keep piling it on.
Pratt is hit by Jamal Ligon. They're going to call that loose, and it's
well, shit. Alright, we never said it would be easy. UTSA scores a touchdown and ties it up, and then takes the lead soon after with a field goal. Tulane answers with a career long for Valentino Ambrosio. Tie game, and Tulane gets the ball back quickly.
The run game is working. Here goes Mekhi
Once
Hughes.
again, Mekhi Hughes carries the offense down the field with our top 2 veteran receivers in Jaquan and Keys out for yet another game. And once again, Tulane cannot find a way into the end zone. They do take the lead on yet another field goal though, 13-10. Well, this game has certainly slowed down after that roaring start. Apart from that one touchdown drive, though, you've held UTSA's offense in check. Keep it up, fellas.
Comes out. Lance Robinson stripped it free.
Oh, hell yeah.
Well against him. Now going deep for Brazel. He makes a great catch.
Holy shit, what a catch by Brazel. He is still the only Tulane receiver with a catch for positive yards in this game. We've got to punch this one in, right?
Makes a cut and gets into the end zone. Touchdown.
10-point lead. And you force another punt too.
21. They're going to fake it. Carnes, the tight end, throws it.
Thanks for that one, fellas. Tulane adds on 3 more for good measure. Now, all of a sudden, 23-10. But we've seen this movie before. A dominant first half on both sides of the ball, followed by a second half collapse. You've gotten this far. 30 minutes remain till your first goal is off the board.
Thought about throwing it. Instead, he'll improvise and another turnover.
Awesome. We don't get any points out of it, but just keeping them out of the end zone.
Reverses to the right, cutting out to the right side, being tracked down, spun around the 20, still on his feet, chucks into the end zone, it's tipped up in the air and incomplete.
Another huge stop by the defense after they get deep in Tulane territory. And how about some insurance too?
Action, Pratt pumping, looking right side, caught, Brazel, touchdown! Wow!
To who else but Chris Brazel, baby. Who cares that UTSA gets a garbage time touchdown? Tulane has done it. They've made it back. 11-1. Undefeated in the AAC. And for the second straight season, hosting the AAC Conference Championship. For the right to go to their second straight New Year's 6 bowl game. An absolutely unfathomable spot to be in after seeing where this team has been the last 24 years. Hell, the last 58 years since leaving the SEC altogether. Born too late to explore the world. Born too early to explore the universe. Born just in time to watch Tulane host back-to-back conference championships. That's a pretty good one. Who said that?
Ooh. It's me.
What a great moment for this program. Make no mistake, it's an absolute milestone to have made it back to this hallowed ground. A testament to both the team's resilience and the state of this program, that despite all the wobbling, they never fell off the tightrope. And now we finally reached the doorstep. We've punched our ticket to the championship. God, what is that sound? Oh, shit. Whatever, who cares? None of these Twitter guys ever know what they're talking about anyway. This is the same coach that said this time last year he wanted to retire at Tulane. And besides, we did this whole song and dance last year with Willie Fritz coaching carousel rumors, and look what happened. A conference championship, a Cotton Bowl win, and now this. We are back, and we've got a back-to-back-to win. In the opposite corner lies SMU. While Tulane does get Jaquan Jackson returning from injury today, and Keith Brown, although he did play last week, is much healthier too, SMU is in the opposite boat, with quarterback Preston Stone breaking his leg last week in the Navy game. In his place will start another highly touted QB prospect, Kevin Jennings. SMU wants to win their first AAC Conference Championship on their way out the door. Tulane wants to keep building up their own resume for hopefully the same outcome in the future. Yeah, that's right, I brought realignment into this. Sue me. The fans have packed the building once more, and the students are back from Thanksgiving too. It's all been building up to this, the last step to running it back. Let the battle begin.
Play action on first down, strip from behind. Here comes the green wave. Devin Neal.
There we go, the second week in a row with a massive plus territory turnover. And Tulane punches it in quickly. 10 seconds in, we already lead. But we know SMU's offense won't let something like that happen again. They drive right down the field, but Monroe is in the way of the touchdown try to force a field goal, which they miss. Let's add on. Or we can go 3 and out. SMU gets it right back and goes long.
Stepping up in the pocket, the pass is caught.
Ugh, what a hit! How did he make that catch?
I mean, that looked like it hit the ground to me, but whatever, dude.
Well, SMU's knocking on the door and punches it in. Tie game. Still tons of time left, though. Let's get the offense in rhythm. Or go 3 and out again. Man, that defense absolutely swarmed Keith on the sweep. SMU gets it right back again and goes long again.
Maryland's wide open and falling down. He'll grab
Okay, guys, we gotta adjust and quick. You've got him now on 4th and 2. Get this stop here and get the offense in good field position too.
The wrong way. Throws it up and bailed
Oh, come on. You've got to find a way to stop him there. Tulane, this is starting to spiral out of control a little bit. SMU is once again knocking on the door. There we go. Man, this defense is so clutch when they have to be. And another super short drive by Tulane's offense. SMU gets it right back once again, moves it right down the field once again, and gets intercepted once again. Boy, is Tulane's defense keeping them in this game right now. After both teams trade 3 and outs, Tulane goes 3 and out again, and Tulane can't hide under yet another turnover this time around. SMU touchdown. Tulane is down by 7, and after not being able to get points on the minute-and-a-half drill, Tulane trails at halftime for the first time since the Memphis game 2 months ago. It's no fault of our defense. They've absolutely kept us in the mix. Instead, for the first time this year, an opposing defensive line has absolutely owned this game, and neither Pratt nor Hughes has been able to find much of anything. I mean, we're honestly lucky we're only losing by 7 right now, but it's what you do with luck that can make you truly special. After trading 3 and outs, we desperately need a spark. It's time to shake some things up.
Play action, and Pratt hides it beautifully. Wide open is Brown. You'll keep Brown for the touchdown.
Man, if you can't do it conventionally, you've got to do it unconventionally. Ladies and gentlemen, this game is tied. And although SMU goes right down the field after that, they get behind the chains and have to settle for a field goal. Hey, that's fine. That's a win. Only a 3-point game. The Tulane's offense once again cannot get anything going. SMU drives down the field again, and Tulane's defense once again stops them short. Another field goal. Still a 1-possession game. But once again, Pratt has no time to do anything. Unfortunately, there's no decision to be made on this 4th down. You have to give it back. And SMU goes down the field and gets yet another field goal to go up by what is now a 2-possession game with 9 minutes left. And after yet another 3 and out, it's looking dire out here, although Tulane's defense continues to keep them in it. So, here's the deal. A 9-point game with 5.5 minutes to go. Our offense has been shell-shocked all day by SMU, but as we saw in the Cotton Bowl last year, there's always a chance. What you gotta do first is at least make it a 1-possession game. Good start there with a 1st down, but that 1st down quickly evaporates into a 4th down. Here it is, your last gasp.
Pratt cocks and fires and intercepted! Picked off! Wachovia! SMU takes
and
over.
that just about does it. SMU gets another field goal and gets the win as well. Tulane's prone to stagnation offense all year finally ran into their first true brick wall. All of the struggles they faced this year finally came back to bite them. I mean, there's no doubt about it. You just gotta tip your cap to SMU on this one. They came to play and asserted dominance. In the meantime, boy, this sucks. It would have been so nice to get that back-to-back conference championship with this opportunity that Group of 5 teams so rarely get. But just by getting here, even though they didn't get a ring out of it this time, Tulane definitely proved something to us this year. That they aren't going anywhere. Right, Willie? Oh. Well, I guess that was a poor choice of wording, because with the clock striking 0 on the 2023 AAC Championship game, Willie Fritz takes one last look around at Yulman Stadium, and then next morning officially becomes the new head coach of the University of Houston. We finally fell off the tightrope. Plenty of ink has been spilled over why this was the job that Willie finally jumped ship for, after hearing all the sidestepping of the conversation peppered with the side of "I want to retire here." Sometimes the simplest explanation is the correct one. Tulane's new AD said he put forth a strong package to try and keep Willie Fritz, but it clearly wasn't enough. Between that and the to this point lack of capitalization on the Cotton Bowl wins momentum in the way of facility upgrades, it's hard not to understand Willie's position in thinking he's accomplished all he can here and deciding to take what I assume to be a nice raise and see what he can accomplish in the now Power 4. And maybe all that is true. Maybe we had reached our ceiling under Fritz, but at the same time, you gotta understand how we feel. After all the talk of sustainability and future, we had all bought in. We knew that this season was a great chance to repeat as champs with Willie, the coach that built us up from the depths of absolute hell. We didn't realize it would be our only chance. Our last chance. I mean, Willie, we made bobbleheads of you, man. Building little statues in preparation for the big one. We really thought our situation was different. That's what they all say. And what else is there to say? I hope you find what you're looking for, Willie.
Well, one of the things I'm excited about is there's actually shovels in the ground for the new football operations center. I've been places where we've talked about that and it hasn't materialized.
Oh. I guess you did. I mean, there's no two ways about it. It sucks. It sucks knowing deep down how temporary success is in the group of 5. It sucks seeing the realignment all around college football, seeing the extent of your potential success closing up around you, seeing the top dogs in the country all too happy to box out as much competition as possible in a competitive sport, while simultaneously snapping up any glimmers of hope down below when they do pop up. And it sucks that the only way for any group of 5 team to break this cycle is to do like Houston and hope for a golden ticket out. And it sucks to see the players wrapped up in all of this, as if they've ever had any choice in the matter. Well, welcome to college football in 2023, dude. Although it really is same as it ever was, huh? In the midst of all this, though, there is one more game on the schedule, a bowl game that these players earned. One more chance this season for these players to prove what they're made of, in spite of all the hardship they've just had thrown in their faces. It's time for the Tulane Green Wave to be the most resilient they've ever been. But let's tie up a loose end real quick first. Unfortunately for SMU, they were passed over for induction into the New Year's Six by an undefeated Liberty? Conference USA Liberty? Well, I ain't touching that can of worms. Regardless, on Tulane's front, due to their 11-win season, they've got a bowl game, and luckily against a Power 5 school too, Virginia Tech, a current ACC team that's knee-deep in the process of building themselves back up from the doldrums of nothingness under their recent head coach Brent Pry. Well then, let's call this an audition into the ACC, huh? Well, only if we win, of course, because we've got plenty of handicaps on our side. We've lost coaches following Fritz to Houston. We've lost players to both Houston and elsewhere. We've got opt-outs from Pratt, Jaquan, Monroe, Darius Hodges, and Prince Pines to prepare for the NFL draft. We wish them good luck. Offensive coordinator Slade Nagel will lead the team in Fritz's absence. Oh yeah, and they're playing in a gloomy, rain-soaked stadium, one state northeast of Virginia Tech too, so it's a bona fide away game for good measure. Everything seems to be against Tulane. But what else is new?
They've got this defense. A scoop and score. Touchdown Tulane. Tyler Grubb.
Damn, even with all the transfers and opt-outs, our defense is still just so damn clutch. Virginia Tech, to their credit though, bounces back with a gargantuan drive of runs, but Tulane holds them to a field goal, and then both teams trade punts.
And he dropped it.
Oh, man. Virginia Tech scores a touchdown. Although they gotta look at this shit, right? That ball looked like it was moving before the goal line. Come on, ESPN, are you seriously telling me you don't have a camera on the goal line in 2024? Well, luckily after that bullshit, Tulane's offense wakes up for the first time in what seems like 3 halves of football, with Kai Horton reintroducing himself once again with a long drive all the way down to the 1. What the hell?
And that's a fumble. Horton lost the ball in the exchange.
No, seriously, what the hell just happened? Man, another red zone disaster. We couldn't end the season without one more, huh? Tulane does get the ball right back though, and Valentino Ambrosio kicks yet another career long to tie it up. Just make sure they don't get any more points before half, huh? Oh, never mind. Their running attack continues to gash us. Touchdown and halftime. And Virginia Tech gets the ball to start the second. Defense, we need you again.
Nowhere to go, and a fumble.
Oh, hell yeah. Tulane may be down, but they're never going down without a fight, goddammit. Red zone once more. Time for Horton to shine.
Running left to the end zone. He's in. Touchdown, Tulane.
Tie game. Despite everything, Tulane is still holding their own in the Military Bowl, angling for a statement victory to end a season so ready to punch them in the gut once more on the way out, searching for an amazing end to another unbelievable story. And you know what? I'd love to tell you that story. I'd love to sit here and recount the incredible way that Kai Horton led Tulane to one final resilient win against all odds, with big dramatic music accompaniments and slow motion zoom-ins. I'd love to show Tulane defying the precedents laid before us of Group of 5 teams losing their coaches and sticking it to everyone who'd counted them out once more after proving it so many times already over both this season and the last. What an incredible way to tie this all together that would have been, huh? Well, it's nice to dream.
It's not the same. You're gonna tell me that I'm right. You know you're gonna come back down, find yourself where you are again.
Some people have asked me why I made this video. I mean, there was no happy ending here, no amazing storybook finish to regale you all with that just happened to fall right into my lap like last season. This was just a bunch of football games. But that's just it. They were just football games, but they were football games that mattered. I mean, just 5 years ago, when I first started at Tulane, it was me at Yeoman Stadium in the first row of a 3-row deep student section, rooting like hell for mediocre teams playing football that, let's be generous in saying, very few people outside that stadium gave a shit about. Watching away games streamed on Facebook Live of all places with my friends wondering why the hell I was bothering. Somehow in half a decade since, Tulane has actually become a team worth spilling words over. A team playing relevant games in November and December. A team with an identity. And we should be all too aware of how impressive that truly is. Because sure, Tulane's 2023 season was nothing new in the grand scheme of the Group of 5. If you have success in a G5, eventually your coach will leave, your best players will leave, and you'll be left for dead in whatever bowl game you end up in, which you'll most likely lose, and the few people who actually watch the bowl game will say, boy, the group of 5 sure does suck! Like always, but guess what? That's college football. Hell, that's not just college football, that's just life. The world keeps turning and the punches keep coming. You just have to be
rolling with the punches.
Oh wait, I'm getting ahead of myself.
Because it's how you roll with the punches that makes you who you are. Much like 1998, it's Tulane's time once again to decide who they are. But this time the tables are turned, because Willie Fritz in his absence did leave us with one final present. Proof. Proof that we aren't just a Cinderella story. Proof that a football program can flourish for multiple seasons in Uptown. And with that proof comes promises. Despite the way 2023 ended, let's not forget we won 11 games this year. Until now, back-to-back double-digit win seasons had never happened in Tulane football history. So that's why I make these Tulane videos, to remember each and every win while we have them, and most importantly, to remember how they've achieved those wins, to honor their resilience and to honor the job they've done in making Tulane football a program that matters, because that's what's worth remembering in 2023, what we've won, lest we only get caught up in what we've lost and forget that what we've just witnessed, miraculously, is the greatest 2-year span in the history of the Tulane University football program. So, thank you. Thank you for the Tightrope Walk 2023 Tulane football. The sequel may not have quite lived up to the unbelievably lofty expectations of the original, but what it did was create a franchise. This program is no longer just a one and done like it was in 1998. With the potential they've shown, the willingness of the university to back it up, and the upcoming 12-team playoff with an automatic bid awaiting the best team outside the now Power 4, Tulane was successful this season in creating the best job opportunity in the entire group of 5. And now it's time for Tulane to act on it. One chance. It's time for the reboot.
Please help me welcome Coach John Sumrall.
I'm telling you right now, I'm speaking into existence. We're going to make the college football playoff and we're going to win it.
Oh, I like the sound of that.